through the tire. Blue butterfly. Hello folks, welcome back to another excursion with Pat. On this episode, we're at the world famous, renowned known Andy McDonald's dummy farm. Yes, if you haven't heard of him, you'll know him by now. Andy McDonald farm created a bunch of dummies that he did over the years. I got permission, as you can tell, there's no trespassing, but I got permission from the owner of this property now. Before we entered the property, we had a chance to interview Frank Kopp, son-in-law of the late Andy McDonald. Frank shared some great stories about Andy, whose creativity, sense of humor, turned Andy's dummy farm into a roadside attraction that people still talk about today.
Frank Kopp.
Frank Kopp, and you're the owner of Andy's McDonald's real estate, more or less?
Yeah. Now, he started back 1967.
Yeah.
He and his brother-in-law in the field next to me.
Yeah.
Started a little gas bar and a canteen. And in order to get some more traffic in, he started making these dummies. What he'd do was go to, well, like the Salvation Army or people like that, and buy old clothes and stuff it with straw or cotton bat and stuff like that. And he started sitting them out in front to get the people just to come in, maybe buy something in the canteen or get some gas.
Nice.
Good idea.
And over the years it just kept more and more, and then the canteen closed. He just started doing everything in his yard.
Okay.
And that was his passion, just to keep making these dummies. And more than making the dummies, every dummy had some kind of a writing on it.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
He was very creative as far as writing.
Okay.
And every dummy had something to say. And I don't know, there was probably over the years, I would say probably 100, 150 of them all spread through the trees.
Yeah.
Nice.
And when he was well, he kept them all up. And,
wow.
Amazing.
he used to have a big sign out front that said Andy's Dummy Farm.
He even had a music video of him.
Yeah,
That's
the
crazy.
lady from Halifax. Did you see that video?
I did. She was kind of going through and the dummies were kind of coming alive, and it was pretty cool.
That was that took them 2 days to do that video.
Wow.
And they had 2 little tents. One of them was a tent set up with a kitchen and stuff, and I don't know how many people came from Halifax.
Oh, wow.
But they had cameras on tracks that rolled back and forth.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
And then he wrote a couple books. I know that.
He wrote 5 books.
Wrote 5 books, yeah.
One of them, first one he wrote was in the running for best humor book in Canada for that year.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
He was one of the top 5. Now, he didn't get it, but he was one of the top 5 in that contest. After he passed away, he had a mini home.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I was cleaning it up to sell it. And these 2 guys came in. And one of them's name was Big Bob McLean.
Yeah.
They were blues singers. Way to Prince Edward Island, because they had a gig over in Prince Edward Island. They saw this sign, Andy's Dummies Farm, so they stopped in to see him.
Yeah.
They became very good friends. So every time they had a tour through the Maritimes, every summer they would come and see him in the nursing home in Sackville. And you know, these typical blues singers, you know, they had a beard down to here. Well, where is he? And I said, he's in the nursing home in Sackville. I said, well,
Okay.
yeah, I said, you can go see him if you want. He said, do you suppose they'll let us in? I said, oh yeah, you just go see if you want. And I just thought to myself, what's the nursing home going to think when these 2 guys walk in and want to see Andy?
Yeah.
That's what we were thinking when we came up here to see you.
So the last years of his life he spent
But the
at
last
the
2 years
Sackville
of his
nursing
life
home.
he spent in the nursing home. But he was active until 93 when he went in the nursing home.
Because he'd be your father-in-law.
It was quite interesting to have him as a father.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What's your greatest story that you have of him?
to tell you a story.
We
He
love
used
stories.
to- You know the big stop
Yes.
out here in Allac. He usually went there almost every day and had coffee. And he had a minivan with a whole bunch of these dummies on the top.
Okay.
And he was there one time, and this guy walks over to talk to him. Guy gets out of this great big motorhome. He's in there getting diesel. He walks over while they're filling it up with diesel, and he talks to him for a while. And he said, "Well, come over and sit in my minivan and or in my motorhome and talk to me." So they went and parked the motorhome over on the side of the parking lot, and he talked there for a couple of hours. And he said, "I've got a reservation at a trailer park." He said, I can't stay any longer. I've got to go. But he said, "If you'll come with me, I'll pay your taxi back."
Okay.
And Andy said, "No, my wife's waiting for me. I got groceries in the car. I gotta go home." And the guy gave him his card. And the next morning he came over to show Diane the card. Now I keep forgetting the name, but there was a movie made called La Bamba.
La Bamba. That one?
Yeah, and this guy played Richie Valens in it.
Okay.
But he had no idea who it was. I mean, that was Andy. He just would talk to anybody.
Yeah.
And he didn't know it was a movie.
Treated everybody equally the same, sounded like.
This guy had the big motorhome with all his family, and they were touring the Maritimes.
Nice.
And it was just another person to talk to.
So your wife's name, what was her?
Her name was Diane McDonald.
Diane McDonald's.
Yeah.
Seems
She
like
said her biggest regret marrying me was that she never kept her last name. She said Diane McDonald sounds so much better than Diane Kopp.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
All right.
I
Well,
like
thanks so
Diane
much,
Kopp,
sir. I really appreciate that. Frank Kopp was married to Diane Kopp. Diane Kopp is the daughter of Andy McDonald. She passed away last year. My condolences to the Kopp family and the McDonald family. And I would appreciate Frank Kopp for allowing us to be on this property. So for no further ado, let's go have a look. So you had what, over 250 dummies all over the property here at one time. All right, so right off the bat, there's an old school bus in front of us. There's an old barn beside it. And off to the left is where his house once was, or where it is, but it is definitely in bad shape. And there's signs up along the trees. So yeah, thousands of people used to come here to bring their families. It's like a little amusement park for kids. You look beat-a-da? I don't know what that means, but
Wow.
yeah.
That must be the house. This is his workshop, maybe.
Well, definitely was his work. I'm gonna check the house out. Or Frank Kopp said this place is caving in, so we'll just have a little peek around it. Don't want to get hurt or nothing. So this is Andy McDonald's house that he used to live in, and as you can tell, it is literally falling in. Trees have fallen in, as you can tell from over here. The whole side is just falling right in there. A blue butterfly. And Here's the second floor. Whoa. As you can tell, there's no way nobody's going in here. The floor definitely has fallen into the basement. Yeah. So here's the front of the house. There's the front entrance. So yeah. So we got Christmas decorations up. Looks like he read some books. Hilary Norman, Chateau. And even the ceiling. This guy had a great soul, Andy McDonald. Look at there's even tiles on the ceiling. Fishing. Just such a creative mind. There's a living room. Yeah. It's a shame. And there's stuff everywhere. There's more stuff over here, over there. I mean, there's a old white pine coming up through the tire there. And here's the back end of Andy McDonald's house. All right, so we're gonna go check out the barn where he once did all his work. Created all his dummies for all the kids to enjoy. So one time the whole place was just covered with stuff like this. Stuff hanging on. It's like just a checkered. It's like a padding. CDs. And at one time there was a singer that came up from Halifax that was spent, what, 2 days here recording a video with all these dummies all over the place. And I will share that link down below in the description there so you can watch to see what this place actually looked like in its heyday. Eh? Whoa, so that's the back of the barn. It has caved in. It has caved in, mama. So he probably spent many, many years in here creating his creations. Something else written here. Mama dear, look quick. Your feet are on the wrong shoe. I mean, just being here makes you feel like a kid. I mean, there's not a whole lot left here.
Turn it into shorts.
Yeah. Does that say Jesus, hubby, cot, her again, laying in the king-sized bed with Arthur it is. Okay. Oh yeah, there's an old sewing machine, Ange.
Oh yeah. The singer.
Oh.
You could tell the lad that it.
All right, so I'm in the barn.
Okay, I got up to the.
David Kopp David Kopp, Mike Kopp, 1974. So these must be the kids of Frank and Diane. Because I know they said they have 5 kids. Diane and Frank. They have 5 kids, so that would have been Andy's grandkids. Imagine being a kid and your grandfather did this kind of thing. You'd have a blast. It says, watch for tree roots above ground. 'Tis God's fault. A whole bunch of writing here. If you tailgate, man overboard, we all jump, and we ain't kidding. Bye. And I'll read the last one. He was a powerful Baptist. Yeah, so here's Andy's old barn.
Pretty cool.
Pretty cool barn. Kids probably had a lot of fun in here.
Oh.
It's an old...
I stand right next to it.
I don't even know. There's no name on it. Small little 10-inch round 10-inch TV. Alright, so we're at the last. I'm not going to say last place, but this is the old school bus. We're going to go inside, have a look, and hopefully there's a few dolls that he made over the years. So I'm just going to take a video on the outside and see what's inside the old school bus. Here's the back end of the bus. She's pretty rusty. Give it another 10 years, this bus won't be here no more. It'll cave right in. So right off the bat, there's a chair with some stuffing. Okay. Some old dolls that he created. I mean, dolls like this. One says, "Chicks, ya knows me, but I'm problem Wong." Man. Stuff all over the floor here. There's some of his dolls there. It is warm in here. What's this? Andy McDonald, don't sleep on the soap. More crazy cappers from the best-selling author of Bread and Molasses. So like I said, I was talking to Frank, and I guess Andy wrote 5 books, and one of his famous ones that he wrote was Bread and Molasses. So that's him in this paper on the wall. The countless crazy cappers of a poor Cape Breton coal miner's son and the hungry thirsties. Nice. Quit smoking, quit smoking. That's all you hear today on TV, radio. The next thing, the government will want us to change our underwear once a year, whether we need it or not. Yeah. Oh, some stuff in here. Oh look, somebody had some Ensure. I just had one of those actually. Somebody's little shoe. Some information in there. Yeah. And what's this right here? It says, laughter helps cure. The Canadian Press. Laughter is indeed good medicine. So obviously he must have traveled with this bus quite a few times. Let's see here. Andy McDonald, don't slip on the soap. Oh yeah, I just heard that. Another one there. This is Canada's best chowder. Hilltop Restaurant and Chowder House. Italy, cross Nova Scotia Highway. Yeah. Ooh, it is warm in here. There's dolls everywhere. Here's a computer. Another one of his creation. That's a wasp nest there. Here's another one of his creations. Yeah. Bunch of stuffed toys here as well. There's the back room here. Some fur there. Whew. That is spooky. It kind of spooked me, somebody standing there. That one says, "It's only when women look me over that I get nervous. My famous beast is a Max." Alright, so I'm in the back of the bus. There's toys all over here. Stuffed toys, stuffed dummies. Another one here. They're all different, eh? Look at that one. That one says, "Your brother is here, but don't tell us, Joe." Look at a few more. Another one here. There's the crate right there. Smoking a cigarette with some sunglasses. Yeah, put that back. Oh, there's another one. I find every one of these, he's got like a sign or a poster on it. There's another one there. There's a whole bunch here. That one, there's another one here. Yeah. Wow, thanks for allowing us in here. Alright. Ooh, it is warm in there. So there you have it, folks. So yeah, there you have it, folks. Whew. It must be like 30 plus degrees in that bus. A lot of cool stuff in there, but you can tell everything's pretty much going. Mother Nature is taking over. The house behind me. The house behind me is totally collapsing in. The barn behind me, that's definitely caving in. And the old Dodge school bus with all the dummies that Andy McDonald created are inside, and it's all kind of falling apart. You can tell the animals been living in there and stuff. But I've been wanting to come here for a long time. I didn't know where it was. I had a hard time finding it, and I'm glad I did. And I'm glad I was able to talk to Frank, which is the owner of this property. Actually, it was kind of handed to him because his wife passed away last year, so it kind of went over into his name. But yeah, a lot of history here for sure. But thank you all for coming in here with Excursions with Pat. I got Angie behind me taking pictures.
Bye, guys.
And we'll see you next time. It's been a blast, and thanks again. Coming up through the tire, blue butterfly.
Nice name.